Cardi B's Wet Ass Pussy as best song of 2020. On what planet? I haven't heard it, but I understand it's pretty bad. Yikes. Wet Ass Pussy. How does a song with that name become top song in America? I remember when Elvis Presley was called the devil by traditional conservatives in America. Elvis is going to destroy America with his devil music. I don't recall any of Elvis's music having wet ass or pussy in it. Holy shit, if people were to look back at Elvis's music, that was some pretty tame shit, yo. They said the same thing about the Beatles. There's no competition. I mean, the deviltry involved in Cardi B's music. None of that old rock and roll holds a fucking candle, yo. Talk about objectionable. NPR lists Cardi B's Wet Ass Pussy as best song of 2020. You know what this tells me? This tells me that Western society has degenerated to a great extent. I mean, Cardi B, she's not even a good singer. And she's not an attractive woman. She's got to layer on fucking inches of pancake makeup to even look presentable, and she's not even 30. She's got that disgusting tongue that she sticks out all the time. She thinks that's, sexy. I have a long tongue. I got news for you, honey. The only people that I find that sexy are lesbians. That's it. If a man's got a tongue like that, yeah, that'll interest women because, that's going to be good in the bedroom, in the oral sex department, yeah. But long tongue on a woman like that, no, unless you're a lesbo, no. Oh, good Lord, hideous broad. Hideous fucking broad. Anyway, before I get into this story, I'd like to ask those of you out there that like and appreciate my content to please consider going and checking out my website, therealistphilosopher.com. That is therealistphilosopher.com. You'll find a lot of interesting and useful links at the top of the page, including all my social media links, my BitChute channel, which is where all my content eventually ends up, so you definitely want to follow me there. It's my main receptacle of content on the internet. And also, if you really want to support my work, you can click on that donate button in the upper right-hand corner. You can donate in 3 ways. Number 1, Bitcoin via my Bitcoin wallet address. Number 2, my Cash App address. It's an app you download to your phone that allows you to send and receive money anonymously and for free. And number 3, Patreon. My Patreon is a per-piece platform. I make about 8 pieces a month, so if you donated $1, that'd be like $8 a month. It's a subscription type deal. 50 cents would be $4 a month. It's up to you how much you donate. Any amount is greatly appreciated. So go check that out, therealistphilosopher.com. If you want to make a donation, therealistphilosopher.com/donate. Okay, so hideous, ugly, raper of men, robber of men by her own testimony, Cardi B, has her song listed as the best song of 2020. That's just shocking to me. I saw part of the video. It was hideous. I saw her on some kind of weird rope thingy where she was doing a partial split. She couldn't do a full split, of course. She's a hog and has never exercised a day in her life, unless you count spinning around on a stripper pole exercise. So she couldn't do a full split. But she did enough of a split in a thong to see how disgusting and cottage cheese-ridden her big, fat, globulous ass is. And it's not a pretty sight. Oh, but this wins best song. Oh, my God. So NPR, National Public Radio. Isn't that funded by the government, by the way? Isn't that government funded? Isn't that taxpayer subsidized? Oh, my God. Which is subsidized by American taxpayers, yeah. Listed Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. What kind of name is that? Megan Thee Stallions. Makes me think of 3 big cocks and she's getting trained by them. Train a cock going through her. Oh, hooked to a stallion. If racism, xenophobia, and sociopathic behavior made us want to scream, black musicians found astonishingly inventive ways of saying, did you just start paying attention yet? The article read before listing some of the best songs of 2020, including WAP as number 1. Because it was provocative? So you're listing... So NPR Radio is listing WAP as the best song of 2020, not because it's good music, good art, and let's face it, it's not art. but because it got people's attention, well, I could go out on the street and dance around and sing naked. Would I get a Tony for Best Musical because I got a bunch of attention? This makes no sense to me. So Christine and the Queen's People, I've Been Sad, and Megan Thee Stallion Savage remix featuring Beyonce were also included in the top 3. Oh my God. Are there any white people in this list? Are there any songs sung by white people that are in the top 3, the top 5, the top 10? No. Whitey is too privileged. We got to give all the awards for best this and best that to black people. They make up for all the years they didn't get the best this and the best that. Interesting. Remove all merit and just hand out awards based on how provocative you can be and the color of your skin. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to encourage a lot of people to create ever better quality music. The racy hit drew backlash across social media after its release, particularly after conservative commenters, including Candace Owens, yeah, they hate her, criticized the explicit content of the song and argued that the rapper's music contributes to the disintegration of black culture and values. I agree. Of course, that's all rap music was and is. It's a way to influence the black culture in a negative way. Candace Owens' tweet was this: since most black people didn't have the spine to admit that Ben Shapiro was 100% correct about I Am Cardi B and how her music and platform contributes to the disintegration of black culture and values, here you go. I like some of her views. I do think she's just a controlled opposition shill. But anyway, in August, Elle magazine reported that Cardi B, who supported Senator Bernie Sanders. Yeah, she supported Bernie Sanders. Nothing surprising about that. During the Democratic primary race, was committed to doing anything to get Joe Biden elected. The anti-Trump rapper, who once referred to Trump supporters as fucking racist rednecks. Why? Because they support Trump? Interviewed Biden that month, getting the now president-elect. There's no such thing as president-elect. He's not the president-elect. To agree to free health care and free colleges. Joe Biden is a political whore. He'll say, he'll do anything he has to say. He'd suck his own cock if he could, if he thought that would get him elected. Owens told Sirius's XM Breitbart News Sunday host Joel Pollak in September that the Biden campaign's coordination with Cardi B was nothing more than pandering to black Americans. Well, that's true. Gotta keep those black people on the plantation. This is a poorly written article, by the way. It's all over the fucking place. No continuity. Anyway, I marked Cardi B years ago as someone who was obviously a conservative and just didn't know it. And that's what the Blexit movement is all about. I believe that virtually every black American is a conservative and doesn't know it. She explained, we tend to lean conservative. If you ask us independently about issues, we always lean conservative, yet there's a disconnect because of a culture that is fostered by Democrat and liberal principles. Well, they continue to vote for Democrat politicians because those are the people giving them the Obama phones and the Obama microwaves and the Obama food stamps. Black Americans believe that we have to be Democrats because otherwise Republicans are going to send us back on slave ships, and that's being actively taught in the school system. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? A lot of black people believe that, though. They're dumb. Of course, the education system is a joke, so that doesn't help. Wow. There you go. This is just making my head throb. A song named Wet Ass Pussy, the #1 song. From NPR's On Lips, government-funded radio station. Wet Ass Pussy, best song in America. Not because it's good music, because we don't care about such objective measuring sticks as good or bad. We don't rate things that way anymore. We rate whether or not they're good or bad based upon the identity politics of the time and how much attention this song draws to whatever issue they're concerned about. What issue is this addressing? Wet Ass Pussy? From what I remember of the fucking music videos I saw, it was a bunch of ugly broads with big fat asses in bikinis in some house where water's cascading down the fucking walls and flooding the place. That's one wet ass pussy, all right. Holy shit, where's all that water coming from? Push it. It's enough to fill a swimming pool, yo. What, you got a wormhole inside you? It's getting constantly fed water from somewhere else? Because you don't have enough volume to hold all that water, honey. Jesus Christ, it's a dumb. The whole song is about how wet her pussy is. and talking about how wet her pussy is. How is that something that can be labeled a message that the left wants to push? Okay, wait a second. These are the same people that put on pussy hats and wear their own menstrual blood stained tampons on their heads and on necklaces and shit, and walk around with vials of their own period blood and chant, about how that's female empowerment. Okay, I think I'm getting the message here. They want to throw wet-ass pussies in your face. It's okay to have a wet-ass pussy. It's better than okay. Really? I wonder if I make a song about hard-ass cock, and I have a whole video, a music video, where guys are walking around with big, giant hard-ons in their tight jeans. I wonder if that'll win, because that's male empowerment, right? Empower men to be men and not be ashamed of their hard-ons. No, that wouldn't get best song. No. That would get worst song of the year. You cannot empower men because power is a zero-sum game. If you give men more power, women will have less power. Is that how power dynamics work? I wasn't aware. Oh, so interesting. Yeah. So interesting. But there is some truth to that. If men have more power, more confidence, are aware of the power that they can have and exercise it, and are more confident and feel more powerful, then they will be less susceptible to the power manipulation of women. Can't have that. So, all this female empowerment crap. By the way, why is it all the time I see shit about female empowerment, it's always centered around their vaginas? They're talking about menstrual blood. Don't be ashamed. Go out in public, don't wear a tampon and wear WAP pants. So they'll get stained with your menstrual blood and you'll leave puddles of it when you sit down. And that's not only okay, but that's great. That's female empowerment. Why don't you just take a dump in your own pants then while you're at it? Oh, that's okay and that's good. It's always centered around their poons. This is the same group of people who are constantly talking about, don't make me a sexual object. Don't objectify me as I run around objectifying myself based only on my poon. It's very interesting how these women contradict themselves constantly, but I'm supposed to take them seriously. And now we've got some big, fat, cottage cheese ass, disgusting broad. She's hideous, her and her ghetto, fucking Ebonic speak, her poor education, her ugly face, her giant fucking long-ass lizard tongue, and the fact that she admitted to raping and robbing multiple men so long ago that the statute of limitations has run out. And now she's getting best song of the year. Wake up, men. The world hates you. The West hates you. They hate you. This woman who is an admitted rapist and thief, felon. If a man did what she did, he'd be in jail forever. She just won best fucking song of the year. We've got fucking publicly funded, taxpayer-subsidized NPR awarding her title of best song of the year. A known and admitted rapist. Because it's good to rape men. Because the underlying message would then be, the implication must be, because look at all the praise they're heaping upon her, that it's okay to rape men. It's not only okay to rape men, but you'll be rewarded for it, because they raped us forever. They oppressed us. Now it's our turn. Right, because two wrongs make a right, yeah. You killed my grandma, so I get to kill your grandma, right? What an interesting mentality, ladies. There's a slap in the face to all men. Of course, so many of you men out there are pussies that you won't say anything, that you won't do anything, that you'll just sit back and let them smack the fuck out of you left and right and left and right. You'll keep turning the fucking cheek until you die from all those fucking slaps. You can only be apathetic for so fucking long before you either stand up for yourself or you die. Apparently you're all okay with dying. It's okay to rape men now. We'll give you awards for it. Oh my God. It's not even a good song. And they admit they didn't even give it to her because it's a good song. But because it called people's attention to women's wet pussies. Yeah. But don't call attention to men's big hard cocks. You need to be ashamed, man. You can walk around with a hard on, but I can walk around with period blood stained jeans on. And a wet ass pussy. interesting. Anyway, let me know what you think of this absurd award from NPR for Best Song of the Year for Lizard Tongue Cardi fucking B, the man rapist. And if you like and appreciate the raw, red-pilled nature of my content, how I call it like I see it, again, please consider going and checking out my website, therealistphilosopher.com. That is therealistphilosopher.com, and consider clicking on that donate button. I could really use your help.